Hello. How we all doing today? Welcome to the Office Hours with Sticks Intern. I know I wasn't here last week, and I am sorry for that. I appeared instead on the Wowie show. So shouts out to Wowie, Maddie Pesk, and DFK's own Bolon. We had some good conversations about speed and how that's going to work in DFK, and we had conversations about more generally the crypto space and like what some of the significance of the things that DFK has built. Talked about the significance, not what. Just excise that what from the sentence, and otherwise it's good. And anyway, so yeah, good stuff on the Wowie show part 2. I highly recommend it, especially the last half hour or so on security and privacy. And I think based on Maddie's reaction, so shout out Maddie again, I think a lot of the viewers might be surprised just to learn about how easy it is to identify someone when they're using the blockchain. And happy to see that I got the usual suspects in the crowd. Zapu, thank you for showing up. Skiller, Worm, the man Worm, shouting out the other two. Worm has been streaming himself, or started, I should say. Might be a bit of a incorrect grammar, but yeah, Worm started streaming. So congratulations. I liked it a lot. Skiller again. Anyway, be easy. Bullish Brovia, good to see you all. Skiller said something in here that I wanted to address. Oh, it's this one. You say that every time. Beginning to think it's just how I look. Maybe. I'll tell you what, my sentiment is high. You know why? My sentiment is high? Because the outlook for this game remains exactly the same as it was the last time I was talking to you guys. I love it. It's so good. And everything crypto Grady's always said, it all remains the same, except the price is down. And I've heard that people are on edge because the price is down. I've heard, sentiment is down. And I believe probably all of that is true, right? But it isn't for me because I think really I said it best when I was talking to Bob Nothing earlier. Just if you don't put in more than you can lose, can afford to just give up, right? I look at it as spending, right? Spending money. And that conceptualization is just like, well, I'm along for the ride. I don't really care if the price goes down much because I just have what I have. I've bought it and now I have it. Maybe the ethos of Web3 is awesome. It comes full force. And one day everyone wants to buy these from me. And I'll tell you, I really, really, really hope that's the case for a lot of these things. But I do for Jewel, but the thing is, by just not putting in more than you can afford to lose, you give yourself that mental fortitude. Really is the strength for it, or the word for it. And strength is another word for it. Since my brain just filled that one in on its own. The fortitude to really look at these tough times and say, wow, this is when the opportunities arise. And sure, I'm not saying every single person who has that thought, who stays here during the crypto bear market, every single thing that's here now is going to boom. So there's risk, right? There's risk that crypto never comes back. But I think we got a really good one here. And, if price goes down, the crypto market as a whole could get shut down tomorrow. Ether could go to zero tomorrow, like Bitcoin. I'm saying, it's not likely, right? That's extremely unlikely, but things could happen beyond our control. Like I said, any of this. So it's best not to just get too emotionally involved in the price by just, making sure that you can take care of yourself, take care of your family, and meet your needs without relying on income from basically a prototype video game of the future, right? I mean, when I say it that way, I really hope that there's not a lot of people trying to meet their income needs. And now I get that there may be people outside the United States, and I am kind of referring I'm referring to my own framework, right? I'm bound to what I know. And so I'm talking about how it's where I'm at, and I understand it may be different for others elsewhere. And more importantly than listening to what any talking head on YouTube says, you got to think about your situation. So yeah, I remain jubilant for DFK. Every new update is great. And speaking of new updates, I haven't gotten to talk to you all since the Giga patch went live. What do we all think about the Giga patch? What do we all think about the hero's best friend patch? The bloater is the hero's best friend, by the way. Anywho, But yeah, what do we think about it? I really like it. I'm really happy about the XP changes to gardening in particular. I felt like gardening was punishing before because it took longer to do. You took longer to recharge stamina because you spent so long questing that, like, if you were to aggregate those times, it's way longer than fishing and foraging. And the fact that they increased it by a little over 2x, I think, and then fishing and foraging, the base XP, not the item XP. And then the base XP for fishing and foraging went up by, I think it was 65% or something like that. I don't know. It was in the WoW show part 2. So it's somewhere in there. Bolwan answered that question for me. And I'm really glad about it. I have a lot of gardeners, as I've said on streams before. I think this is really good. It was somewhat, it was just like one of those perfect Murphy's Law situations where I spent the weekend before the patch putting a lot of my gardeners on a trading quest because I was like, I need some XP, and I didn't really think it through. And then I put them right back onto gardening the next week because the XP is so much better. So much better. So yeah, really happy with it. I'm very pleased. But at the same time, you know, another thing that I said the last time I was here on office hours was that, look, profession level 10 questing is not going to be what draws people into this game. That is going to be something that makes quality of life way better for those of us here. That is something that we all want, that is happy. That is a sign of the progress on the technical end and opening up the door to more XP so we can like get more value out of the time that we're spending with these heroes. Because XP is kind of like the value of time in the game, right? Because as the game goes on, things are going to get higher and higher level and award more and more XP. And so that first year of XP that we had is going to become less and less valuable over time, which I don't dislike that, but that's something that everyone needs to keep in mind with XP. So the longer we can keep playing, the more we can be the ones who are the first ones getting that higher tier of XP. That is an advantage that we will have over people that, you know, want to buy into the game later or buy into the project later. Is like, that is something that we will be able to use to our advantage in the market. And so more XP on the quest is something that I really, really love. All right. I think I kind of started getting repetitive there, so I'm going to read chat so I don't annoy myself. Got 100. I wish there was 100 people in chat, Skiller, but I appreciate the sentiment, my man. Believe in the product. Believe in the team. When the market turns a bit, so will the price. That's how I was looking anyway. Yeah, I mean, that's what I honestly believe, but I recognize that there is a chance that it can't happen or that it could not happen. I think, you know, given what we've seen so far, to me, before this whole bear market started, I was telling Sticks and our other homie that, like, look, the one thing that I think really could kill this game is if something happens that makes Harmony totally useless, or like no one can go there, it's hacked or something like that. That's the one thing that would be the death knell. Like no survival for DFK if that happens. And I was wrong. So I'm pretty confident that they're going to keep going and keep building. Just because, you know, my worst case scenario is already played out and I was fucking wrong about it. So give me a higher confidence level than that. Sentiment is high. Big brain. Tune fed that you are, my man. Really loving those memes. I'm seeing it on the Twitter. What is the word I'm looking for? Meme fluency is strong. Spend that dirty feeling. That's right, bro. Yeah, I spend it. That's all I can do with it. It's not going to go with me anywhere when I die. Garters are dope now, even without the LPs. Hell yeah. And then Ola Sargent. All right. Good to see you too. It's going to be good to see you next week at 3XP. Shout out to Christian Peter, Sergeant McNasty, the Mythic Squad guys, Grady, bunch of other people are coming out, even that I'm not even sure of everyone who is coming out because there is so many people coming to 3XP. And I'm very excited to see all of y'all on party at the DFK after party and listen to Dreamer drop some wisdom. Or is he moderating a panel? I think he's moderating a panel. So ask some hard-hitting questions then is what I want to hear him do. All right. So we've had a drama-full week in the Kingdoms here. We've had a very drama-full week. It's been we've seen one of our community leaders get kind of taken down by the team, which I think was this the result of a lack of discretion by the Discord moderators. And like, look, I like Blue, I like Cujo. I think you guys are awesome. I really don't think you handled that situation very well at all, though, with Hollow Gang. And I just wanted to call that out. I wanted to be heard on that one. I also made a bit of a meme for this one. So I'm going to present that. Just let me get this up right here. Ooh. Share screen. Window. There we go. Yeah, let's just full screen that. Boom. I'm just going to highlight this. I'm going to let everyone think about this on a moment. If anyone wants to come on next week, or maybe we can set something up in the middle. If you want to fight me on this point, I'm willing to argue it with anyone, as the meme implies. So yeah, that's what I have to say there. And anyway, also people are like really, I get why sentiment is down, right? By everyone saying that, because people are just coming after each other on Twitter over like the most ridiculous things. Brown Gent earlier today did some like basic chart analysis and said, look, here's a downtrend. It's very clearly in a downtrend and it's breaking its past support. I'm not going to add more until I see a trend reversal. And I'm like, something. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. That's really reasonable. And in fact, I know a lot of other people in the community like are not adding. They haven't been adding money for a long time. So it's like not even a crazy thing to say. I did a few like about a month ago now, but I haven't since then, right? So it's not like I don't get. There was a lot of like pushback on it from all sorts of people, and I just don't get why. Right? It's like you really gonna tear down. Like I feel like it's weird seeing the community tear down some of the biggest and most consistent positive voices for this game, and maybe just maybe. By saying something about it, people will try to tear me down too. And that's really what I'm hoping for. So if you got something, please come on, bring it on. Let's go. Tear me down. Can't do it. Why? Because I'm not overinvested. I'm heavily invested. I like it. But it's like, don't overinvest in things, guys. All right. That's not financial advice, by the way. That is mental health advice, because I want all of us to be happy. I like this community. I like it when it's happy. I don't like it when it's like just toxically tearing itself apart. It's just so weird. And speaking of the community toxically tearing things apart, segue. Who farted in here? Oh, that's right. Gas fees. Boom. What's going on with the gas? What's going on with it? I know the gas fees are high on DFK Chain, because I can see that they are now at a penny. Anyone else kind of follow what I'm implying here? No. None of you? Okay. I'm going to give it a minute. Gas fees. What am I implying there by saying they're like at a penny now? Ooh. I'm implying they're still the cheapest fucking gas fees in crypto, pretty much. Like ZK Arrows just launched, which was supposed to be the sub 1 cent gas fees of the future for Ethereum rollups, and that hasn't really played out the way it was anticipated, right? I think DFK Chain is looking mighty good in light of that. And now look, I think it's complaining about gas is weird. I think if you want to complain about something the devs can fix, because here's why. Let's start why I think complaining about gas is weird. It's because gas means usage. We want usage. We want this to be a chain where someday people will want to come validate it, be validators on the chain, put in the effort to set up the hardware required to validate a high performance chain. we want it to be something where there is a demonstrable measurement of like usage, empirical, based on the data derived from gas fees and demand in the mempools and stuff like that. That is all very helpful and good, and shows a healthy, blossoming ecosystem that people want to use. And so I don't get mad about the gas fees. Okay. It's just, to me, it's such a layer zero complaint that it's just like it makes me question a lot of things. Like, what are you comparing it to? This is my first question. What are you comparing it to? As TuneFed said, it's all relative. And if you're comparing it to Venmo or something, then you're comparing a system of explicit fees, which is blockchain, which you pay an amount in gas every time you transact, to a series of implicit fees and externalities, which is what you get with the financial system upon which we all, like, society operates, which is like, that's a thing. There are built-in fees and costs between all of these transfers, between all of these levels of people who touch your money to make it so that you can press a button on Venmo and send your stuff to someone else, right? And use a credit card at a grocery store. There are all sorts of people raking in the equivalent of gas fees. It's just not something that they show you. So that's kind of like the whole point behind the argument that remittances, like Bitcoin fixes remittances. It's one of the only things I've actually ever thought Bitcoiners like totally nailed with like the reasoning is like the remittance system requires me to transfer money to my United States bank, who then transfers money to like an international bank exchanger. And then they transfer it to the local bank, who then allows the person at the receiving end to get some money after each of those people have taken a cut. Whereas in Bitcoin, you just pay one gas fee, bang. So it's like it's explicit what you're paying, and there are fewer intermediaries along the chain to take you out, prevent your transaction from going through because it's suspicious under whatever rules they apply, or like really gouge prices because they aren't controlled by your by the same government that you expect to be working under, and the same rules you expect to apply to these things. So I think, you know, what are we comparing gas fees to is the biggest thing there. And then the other point is, so let's focus on what the devs can fix. That's transaction count to do quests. And I think this is something that they are working on. This is something they've said they're working on. They can't ever really get too explicit about what they've done, but I've heard rumorings and murmurings about like there are the expeditions. I think they mentioned on the I've heard it somewhere. I think it was an AMA expeditions, right? Where it's like, you put one in, you take them out after a while. Put them in, take them out after a while. And I think that is a mechanism that is intended to lower the transaction count required to do the basic questing loop. And so I get where the complaint is coming from with gas fees. I just don't think a lot of the complaints are productive. And I want people in the community to be thinking about the things I just talked about. That includes you in the live chat and anyone who has made it this far when you're listening to this playing back on YouTube. I want you all to think about that when you're complaining about gas fees. All right, to the comments that I waited for. That is like my penny, bro. Give it back. Nah, bro. That's like the validator's penny now, bro. In Joule, too. Implying the cooldown increase vote should have continued and been implemented. Oh, lol. All right. All right, BZ, you got me with that one. That was good. That was good. I get where your head was at. Was there? That was funny. It's a symptom of the sentiment. Hey, you're probably right about the symptom of the sentiment aspect. Yeah. Well, you know what? I could be your skate bloater. Everyone can hate the intern for being mean to the community in their time of their darkest hour. So, you know, I could be like Kyle from the South Park episode where he goes and takes on the entire world's debt. Yeah, like I could see that working well. Right? It's interesting to wonder what the reward structure would be like. Would it be exactly the same? Would it be different in any way? That's what I wonder. I kind of feel like it should be even if the goal is to reduce the number of transactions on the chain, because I think the gamer mindset oriented folk would rather just continue automating a bunch of the individual quests over and over again if like the expedition gave less. And so if the goal is to reduce transaction count and reduce the average gas fees, then yeah, I really think they should be like at least very, very close to even, so that there isn't like a to remove that, if like that's the goal, to remove the incentive to do the individual transactions. The scapegoat. Yep. All right. Tune Fed's on the same page as me. All right. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Covered all that. Nice. It's nice when I cover all this stuff in the outline on my first try. Not like the whole outline, just the part I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Oh, one line that I did have on the adding money in argument thing is, this isn't just DFK to whom this is happening. I want you to extrapolate from this being people aren't putting new money in. That's not just happening at DFK. That's happening throughout the entire crypto market right now. There are people who are on CT every day doing their stupid shit, who aren't trading actively, who are not investing new capital, who are just writing whatever they bought last time. That is what a lot of people are doing still. And that's why it takes time to convince a lot of the old money even to kind of, who has been going through like the bear market, living through, oh my God, it's back. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back. It's so over. That to get those people to like fully commit again. And so that like, don't think that what I'm talking about is just about DFK. That is about the entire crypto marketplace right now. And like, I'm not saying like, ooh, there's a lot of sideline money, it's going to go up soon. I'm saying no. I'm saying there's a lot of scared money who is sidelined, who is actively interested in watching though, which is important because like the threat of the point of the market we're in, from all the sources I follow and listen to, which consists of like the Weekly Open podcast, the Bankless podcasts, various other podcasts, Laura Shane Unchained. And then, of course, CT, my favorite place in the world. It's the boredom market. It's apathy. It's the time when nothing is happening. I've been waiting for so long for something to happen. You picture the meme of the guy with the stick. It's like poking it. Do something, right? Like that's the part of the market we're in. And everyone loses interest when they get bored. That's kind of what human beings do. I mean, I don't know about you. That's how I normally work. I lose interest when I get bored. And so people are on this like deep level, getting just generally bored with these investments right now. And so we're seeing a lot of just apathy, and people aren't doing the research on new projects. People aren't trying to learn about it at all. That's the step that we need to get to before like any marketing is useless, when people aren't looking for this kind of stuff. Unless you want to go the Diablo 4 route and like drop I don't know, probably 10 figures, maybe even on marketing. No, not 10 figures. That's way too much, but still I'm sticking to it until proven otherwise. How about that? That's my claim. 10 figures. That's a billy. So yeah. Like, unless you're willing to do that level of marketing to where it's like shoving your stuff in people's faces all the time. And when I mean people, I mean like it's on the bus, it's on the train, and it's on the billboard, and it's on the radio, and it's on the door of your office when you walk in. Like you see it everywhere. Unless you're willing to do that level of marketing, like you're not going to get eyes on the space right now, just because there's people aren't interested in it. Ooh, and there's this shiny new AI thing that everyone thinks is going to take over the world, when really all it does is just kind of try to guess what not even guess. It tries to put together words in a way that a human would put together words. And sometimes it does horribly wrong, by the way. I love ChatGPT. It's an excellent outlining tool. It's an excellent 0 to 1 thing when writing, where you take I don't have any ideas but I need to write on this topic. And it's like, hey, here's some ideas. Yeah, write about these. It's really good for that kind of stuff, but it's not really great for the final cut of anything, in my opinion. And like I think more and more people are going to come around to realize that, and it's going to get like there are going to be cool, awesome new things built with it that help make productivity so much easier. But it's not going to like take care of you or like manage your life or replace any job except for maybe like customers. That no, not even want to go that far. So yeah, that's that on the community strife. Doug Height hit me with a rare reply on one of my tweets earlier. He said I should probably also talk. Prob should also talk new things. I wonder what that means. Probs should also talk new things. Doug, if you listen to this or if you listen to it later, let me know what you mean by that. Because it confused me. I talk about new things every week. Fuck gas fees. Groceries are fucking expensive right now. Hey, you not wrong, Skiller. Hey, you know what, Sergeant? You might be onto something with this right here. I need to make myself smaller so I can see myself like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work just for me. Anyway, but yeah, I think you're onto something there, Sergeant. And like it's certainly possible. I think that would be like too much of a coordinated action requirement, though, where it would be like, yeah, you know, the prisoner's dilemma boxes. I think that would be like if all people cooperate, we get this result, which is, you know, if all people act the right way where they hold it when they shouldn't, when it's not worth it. Actually, no, the way I'm rethinking that. I like this. That might work. I need to think about that more before I start spouting off on it. I like that idea, though. Are still engaged. Yeah, you're totally right about that. I mean, we have the digital nomad, right? Talking about security and living in multiple countries. So, yeah, engagement farming is real. I do engagement farming. I'm not gonna lie to you. I reply guy the shit out of people, but trying to spread the word here, you know. How'd you like that meme I posted the other day about the chick and the dude? That one was funny. I posted it on I reply guide that meme and I got over 100 likes. But I don't farm that engagement. That's right. Wish. See, there you go. It's a perfect example. And like, that's excellent, man. I love that. I love that you put new money in today. That's badass. I think you picked a great time. No way. Really, Zabu? Dude, Zabu, you gotta at me on Twitter with that. That is nuts. No way. No way. What? You gotta be kidding me. That's nuts. Congratulations on that, dude. Yes. I agree with that. That's why I'm still here. And like I did add some a month ago. I mean, I'm also taking care of some life stuff. You know, I also gotta you know, I gotta heed the wishes of another to whom I am legally bound. And so I had to slow my roll. And I do still want to add ETH. I like ETH. It's my favorite thing in the world, personally. It's like I literally study the Constitution 5 days out of the week for my like a living. And I mean that literally. Not all lawyers do that. Like most don't, in fact, but I do. And I think Ethereum is just as important as the United States Constitution in terms of documents, if not more important. I have not yet talked about that, Zelf. I tend to do all my DFK stuff first, and then I do outer ecosystem stuff later, but I am going to cover that. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Doug is talking about DCX. See, but that's the thing is I've talked about DCX in like two of my streams at least. So like that's why I didn't get it, I guess. But I that was the primary implication that I got, but then it didn't make sense to me. But then maybe it does make sense if Doug's never actually watched. So now we'll find out if he actually responds to anything that I'm saying here, if he actually watches. That's probably it. We're on to something here, Skiller. Be easy, bought nothing. Grad Zabu. Nice stage Zabu. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. I had a link here that I wanted to pull up on the stream and talk about a little bit. We got, it was actually like, this is going to be a lot more like fudgular conversation until the Chaos Cast earlier today. So if anyone was watching, did not catch the Chaos Cast, I recommend watching it because it was interesting and it covered some good stuff. And, your boy intern got a question in it. So I've been taking a look at this roadmap from DeFi Kingdom's docks. Yeah, I'm a dock diver. I dive into the docks because I'm a bloater from the lake. And the list is meant for reference, right, for new and old users. And a new interactive roadmap is slated for the near future. Slated means set in stone, by the way. Slate. I actually don't know if that's true. I just made that up, but might want to Google it. Could be psyops. Anyway, coming next, here's what was worrisome to me. Tournaments. A built-in tournament feature will allow players to brawl with their heroes in bracket-style DFK dual tournaments and compete for lucrative prizes. All right. I really like that. I really like it, right? Boom. Very exciting. Dual tournaments. Lucrative prizes. Wonder what they could mean by lucrative prizes. Could they mean another L word that starts with an L and ends with an and? Could it? I don't know. But the thing that worried me was where it said duels right here. I'm like, I don't want to do duels for land. Help me. So when I asked the question during Chaos Cast, though, I'm really glad I listened to Chaos Cast. Thank you very much for Rissin and Hubert and I know what they think of Beetle Dude for putting that together. Thank you for answering my questions. Hubert was like, hey, I was like, hey, Hubert, is it going to be duels for the LAN tournaments? And he said, well, we initially said we might build some sort of, tournament specific PvP mode that's like a precursor to PvP, but not really PvP. And now it's kind of just playing it by ear, but I need to go back and listen because I think when he first answered the question, the first response was, no, it will not be duels. And so it was like, no, it will not be duels. And also, it doesn't seem like we're going to design our own PV, like its own unique form of the PvP system. So if I have that, not A, not C, perhaps it is B, an early version of the PvP system. But they obviously can't commit, and I get that, and I'm obviously speculating. I'm drawing, unsupported inferences from statements made, on a YouTube without preparation. So the hot mic statements potentially, so I'm thinking maybe early version of PvP for these LAN tournaments. And on this thing here, that's like the first item on the list. Now, I'd be the first one to tell you that, when you make lists, you shouldn't just assume that the first thing is the most important. But I'd also be the first one to tell you that, when you make lists, you want to make sure that the first thing is the most important. So, yeah, I think dual tournaments soon. And then we're going to have like an early version of this as well. Also very excited. I think the bazaar is a lot closer than we think. And I don't know. I'm really curious what their launch strategy is going to be for that, since they want to do the thing where they deploy it on other chains. And I'm like wondering, well, do they deploy it on the home base first? Right on DFK chain first, and then take it from there. Boom, AVAX, boom, Polygon, boom, Clayton probably, then Polygon, then Arbitrum, Optimism, whatever, ZKs, freaking Cosmos, freaking EVMOS, yeah. EVMOS more like, yeah, whatever. I don't use all of those chains even, so don't take any of my mentionings as an endorsement of any of those chains. But like, what if that? I think that could be, pretty fun. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Sorry, that's funny. Later in the cast, Bolon said a lot of land still has to be given out. Yes, I think that's absolutely, yeah. I'm not debating that. I agree. I think there's a lot remaining. Right. So which 3 chains? So I think the first 3 chains is actually the most obvious answer to Fed. It's the 4th chain that's the good question. It's gonna be DFK chain, AVAX, Clayton. For first 3. Calling that right now. Like, if I'm wrong, I won't do anything at all because I'm not one of those betting people. I've seen that go really awry for people, but if I'm wrong, I'll owe you a beer, Fed. How about that? That I will abide. Ooh. The Mellow Green Giant iOS code. How's it going? It was funny. I'm still thinking of my joke earlier. I won't repeat it, so I don't want to publicly, do that. I agree. Auction has come quick. No way they're doing early version of PvP related to though. Oh, so yeah, hard disagree on the first one. I don't know. I agree that it's a stretch. But I'm just, I'm getting myself hyped. But auction house coming quick. Yeah, I do think we can both agree with that. I said nothing. But yeah, Mellow Green Gnome. No, I don't actually want to call you that because it sounds really terrible compared to Giant. Like when you say the words Mellow Green Gnome. It's like you got something in the back of your throat that you're trying to get out when you do that transition from green to gnome. So I like Green Giant better. I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, so I think Polygon may be 4th. Is there a list? Wait, when you say on the list, yeah, there's not an actual list that I'm missing, right? We're just guessing. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I'm also really excited for in-game chat, but that's just because I'm an old school WoW head, and I would like just sit in in-game chat and do nothing. It's pretty fun, shockingly fun. Eyeballs on the game. Eyeballs on the game. All right. So that's the discussion on that point that I wanted to do. Let's just show DeFi Kingdoms here on the page, and then I will look at my notes once more. Bada bang. So I wanted to show an example of speed from another game, but I didn't have time to go back and get it set up. Like, cause I played this other game called Eternity, which they've changed it a lot since I last played. So I would need to set up my skill points again. But it has a speed system similar to DFK. So if you go listen to the WoWy stream part 2, that we talk about speed a lot, and I don't know. I'm gonna try to put something together as soon as I can, but I'm struggling with. I said that last week, and I still haven't done it. So, but yeah, the speed system sounds really good. It sounds fun. Agility is important. So is dexterity. I bet all of the stats are important depending on your class. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I want to take this opportunity to announce that I will be doing a giveaway on Twitter combined with our friends over at Loot Rush, who you might remember from the ALP giveaway. And I'm going to be giving away a 5 of 5 Gen 1 Bard and a 10 of 10 rare Gen 1 Legionnaire. And it's going to be one of those typical Twitter things, like reply, tag 3 friends, put a stycksintern bloater on the KFC wrappers that you put in everyone's mouth, that kind of just small, simple, get the word out advertising. So just giving you all a heads up, finalizing the details right now with Loot Rush. And I think we're going to send that tweet out as soon as we get coordinated on the last little bits, but pretty, we're like there. So I think it could go out either later tonight or tomorrow. And I'm excited to do that. I'm excited, to just farm some engagement with you all. Please like and reply, retweet, just because if you do that, the algorithm shows it to way more people. That's how it works. And also on that note, speaking of algorithms, I had this, I noticed that even just a few likes, 3 on my Audius track, the Sergeant Filthy one, got it to so many more eyeballs than just 1. It's crazy. That kind of blew my mind when I saw how that worked out. So it really is important if you want to get the word out on, if you want to do what you can to get the word out, liking other people's posts is one of the best things you can do. And don't retweet every post. I get that. You got to maintain and curate your own feed, but replying and liking is really great. Obviously, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm just trying to educate you in case knowing that information does make you want to do it. Boom, 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 boom. Chaos Cast covered that. Boom. Outside DFK. All right. We're to that part of the stream. I have not had a chance to play it yet, but I did mint a Dragon's Crossing hero, which is hot garbage, as you can see here on the screen. It has 32 total stats, which I asked in their Discord earlier today whether that was good, and I only got emojis laughing at me as a response. So hard to say what that meant. Hard to say, really. But yeah, pretty excited. I'm gonna try it out later, hopefully. Maybe. I actually do have more work to do later. This is kind of an indulgence being here with you all. But I'm really glad to be here with you, and especially you, all of you who watched later on YouTube and made it to this far in the video. Good job. I'm proud of you. It's impressive. My voice is annoying. Anyway, but yeah, I'm excited to play it. I've seen some I think I saw some shade being thrown around the Twitter space about all these pictures with weird looking hands suggesting that they were AI made. And, I don't really have a dog in that fight. I thought that, of all the things that I've seen people do to poke meanness at each other over the last week, that was probably the most harmless and amusing of them all, and least kind of targeted. So, I'm not going to talk shit on all the shit talkers, because that's all I really am at the end of the day. I'd be into a naming service on DFK Chain, but I just, I wonder why you need one when you could just use your DFK screen name as your name, right? It's kind of like we have that. I don't actually know if that's true. That could be way off technologically, and if it is, please correct me. What's good, Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms? I don't know which one of you runs the YouTube, but I'm really glad that any of you would take the time to come to this show. Appreciate y'all. What are your thoughts on what's inside a gold egg? So on this one, thanks, Be Easy. Good question. I hadn't thought about this one. So I really like the mount theory, and I haven't thought of anything better. So that's why I haven't been talking about it. Is I think mount makes sense. But if I were taking a test though, I would be like, that's the obvious answer that they want me to pick. That's the red herring. And so I don't know what the real answer is going to be, but I can see it being totally right. So yeah, that's the best guess I've heard so far, to be completely honest with you. Oh, I went up in comments, so I'm not bad on that one. I don't know which one you're all laughing at. I hope it was iOS code. Not best hero, but 14 out of 16 Agi. Okay, Zelf, making me feel good about that. All right. All right. So I'm sad that the charisma is low, because I heard today that you can charm or try to persuade people instead of fighting them, kind of, which is, ever since I first played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I've been trying to avoid the fights in games. Whenever there's an option, just be like, give it to me. Love it. It's voila. Right? That's what I want. I love doing that. So that's my gameplay style. I'm a persuader. Oh, you became a lawyer. How surprising. Yeah, right? Exactly. Anyway, so sad the charisma's low. Happy about the agility. Quickness made me sad too. I'm not going to lie. Well, here's how it worked. I was in a group chat with Styx, and Styx pulls a rare. And our other buddy says, hey, though, you got 42 stats. That's pretty good. The average is 40. And I was like, oh, I didn't know the stats could be so varied. I wonder what's on my sweet legendary card. It's got to be something way better than Styx's rare. No, it was actually 10 points lower. Yeah, pretty bad. I know. But I'm going to go get murked by a chonker in true Doug Hype fashion. Doug Hype, if you made it this far, I'm not talking about something new yet. So I don't know. Anywho, no late, but I don't give a damn. I'll catch up. Not worth listening to my voice at 2.5x speed. Try 4. Just absorb it. Don't even listen. Hubert mentioned mounts again on KS Cast. So, he did. I must have. Okay, I had to tune out before part of it because I had a phone call for work. But I'm happy to hear that from Worm. Thank you. That's good news. I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard Hubert say that, I should say. That's cool. Cool. 10 is max. Okay. Thank you, Zelf, very much. See, as I said, I have not really put any time into DCX yet, except to note that it has minted there. And then there was an announcement that, if you're holding a Genesis Hero, they're going to airdrop you another one, lowering the price. And then any that are not minted by the end of season 1 are going to be burnt. And so check the announcements for more detail. I'm obviously not a representative of DCX or Sandwich Punch or Baby Punch or Bloater Punch or Deltoid Punch or any other members of the Punch game or their agents, employees, officers, or assignees. So yeah. Stripe worm, cool. Okay, cool. So it seems, yeah, okay. What is it? Jesus, I can't believe I just put that up. All right, instantly absorbed. Good work, Beef. Well played. Well done. You got all the good parts anyway. All right, hey, well, I'm going to show one more project that's not DFK. You know what it is? It's Sand Sound. I want to check out their freaking... I haven't checked out their docs, but they're launching headphones that are like super sleek looking noise canceling headphones. And I'm just very excited about it because I like headphones a lot, way more than a person should. And so here's what I wanted to check out with you all. Do you think I should try to sign up to become a SAN artist with my music? Go listen to Luke Eathwalker, by the way, if you haven't. Yeah, we're going to drop this link into the YouTube chat really quick. I don't know if you went through. I hope so. Oops, Sand Sound. So yeah. So I'm really excited about this project. It's a Web3 project. You purchase an NFT, which I don't recommend anyone do because I'm not doing it. I'm doing it again. This one is literally, I'm trying to get my hands on one of these prototypes that they just launched, which looks like this is the mock-up, right? And this is like the case. This is like your AirPods case for those familiar with AirPods. And then here's your little freaking robot ears that go in. And I'm like, they got these little noise canceling kind of suction tubes, which is like they fit into your ear canal there. And I don't know, I am just really into it and really excited about it. And I want to talk about the Web3 aspects of it. So you get this Origins NFT from the SAN Origins. If you are interested in it, honestly, DM me on Twitter. I'll show you the links. Don't go looking for stuff online. I would feel bad if I sent anyone into the hands of a bad link. So you get one of these Origins NFTs, and you go and you soul bind it, which is you bind it to your wallet, right? So it's stuck there. You can't trade it. And by doing that, it gets you access and perks to these products, actual products, which I'm really into. I'm really excited about seeing more of this kind of thing. Maybe this doesn't go very well. I mean, I don't know very much about it at all. I talked to one of the founders earlier today on a Twitter space, and dude seemed pretty cool. Very interested in audio, like I am, very much an audiophile, and I vibed with him on that. And so I'm really excited to get my hands on this product in a few weeks, maybe a month. But you soul bind it, and then you get access to all of these things they're building. And the first thing that they just sent out is a prototype model of their speaker system / headphones that they're making. And I think it's really cool to see an NFT project be doing that, delivering a product. And another one that I'm probably going to mention and talk about in a couple of weeks here is a comic book, an augmented reality comic book. So if you know my Luke Eathwalker page, that robot with the gun, and he's kind of like a skull, right? And then chromatic neon, right? Oh, I couldn't ask for a better combination of my interest, by the way. That chromatic neon color with just grimy tech robot bones. That I don't know why. I'm really into all of that. So that NFT set is from a person who's making an augmented reality comic. So it's going to be a physical comic book that I will be able to hold my phone up in an app, and so there will be images on the screen, right? I could just read it as a comic book. And then if I hold my phone up to it, they'll come to life. And I'm very excited to see that. And it's just cool to see Web3 companies pushing the bounds of technology and the community access and giving back. Because the reason I'm going to get a physical signed copy of that is because I got the guy's NFT. And I didn't see any benefit of that for a really long time. And now I'm going to get like digital and physical copies of this comic book that I'm very excited for. And I'm gonna freaking dive into this sandware community. I'm very excited for that too. I'm gonna check out your comments. Well, Beeb, let me know which word I said that was weird. Well, fuck yeah, sign up. Beeb. Dreads, always. I live vicariously. Dude, hey, Worm, I'm right there with you, man. I got none. I got like, I mean, I also don't have that many attempts under my belt. Don't get me wrong. I got like 7 or 8 attempts, but 0 dreads. So I'm right there with you, Worm. Yeah, the Aphex is dread. I saw that. That looked cool. Aphex is killing it. I agree with everything, but cross out that part at the end there, that last word. Just Aphex is killing it. Always. Yeah. Oh, Worm. I don't know if you saw. All right. Obviously, you don't need to listen to my advice on this one, but you say your show is like, what in the DFK? I would just make it, what in DFK? What in DFK? It would read really funny to me, but obviously you do you. I liked your show title. I was like, ooh, I'll shorten it up a little bit. What defect? I could summon dragoons. Yeah, right. I went for one earlier today. I went for one with a 5/5 pair. Dread Knight Pally. Yeah, I got a Pally, and I lost all of my advanced abilities going through. It's just like, hey, we have advanced abilities. Baby doesn't. Cool. Yeah, let's talk offline about this. Be easy, because I'm super into these headphones things. Insert smart comment here. Well, dang, I got nothing smarter than that. Legionnaire art looks pretty. Wait, is it out? Is there new Legionnaire art out? I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited for that. If it is out, I hit a dread on my 10th attempt. Oh, so you're saying I'm almost there, Beeve? You're saying there's a chance. How about Ryder? Shout out to Ryder. Hit one on his second attempt, first regular summon attempt. Wow, pretty good. It's pretty average. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. 7%. It's like you're a little slightly worse off. Maybe like a little higher than 10, right? Should be the average. Risen, fire. Yeah, back to Risen, dude. The anti-bloater himself here. Wait, I'm sorry. I apologize. All Daddy Risen. I blocked the wicked image. I do want to have a debate still, Risen. So I've been thinking about that, and really, I think I want to hear the history of why you dislike the bloaters. I don't really want it to be a debate. I want to give you a chance to like have an expose of your opinions, but like with a interviewed by a bloater. Do a show in Spanish. Oh shit, that got me too. That was really smart. What Risen said there. Yeah, dude. Mellow Green Giant got it right. I didn't say which one to say. Appreciate it. Appreciate you saying hi. Yep. Is your greatest gift ever? You say it's that was clever as fuck. That was. You guys are hot tonight, crowd. Like, dang, I'm really sad. Really sad that I have to go back and do normal work. You guys have been making it really fun. Yes, good. All right. So so not next Wednesday, but could we pencil in? So I might have to move my next 2 office hours, by the way, to a different day of the week. Is another thing. I have a trial starting, which is unfortunate because it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be in January, and then it was supposed to be in February. Then it was supposed to be in March. Then it was supposed to be in April. And somewhere in there, I got tickets for something in June. And now I have to go. I might have to be in trial the first day of that thing, and I'm very upset. I'm still working on that. But even if I am in trial the first day, I will be up for the after party and no trial the following day. So I'm good. But anyway, yeah, let's pencil in a day over the next couple of weeks. But like, let's not assume it's going to be a Wednesday, because Wednesdays aren't looking very good for me right for the next couple of weeks. And I will be in touch on Twitter with the change in dates. The last thing I really wanted to talk about is the just absolute shitstorm that's been going on crypto Twitter this past week, which is like people donating money just to influencers. If I gave you my .eth address, would you guys just send me $1 million? I would hope not, because that's dumb. But I don't get mad at people for doing dumb things either. I recognize that that's pretty much the human condition, and that I also do dumb things very frequently. Case in point, look at your screen. Look at what you're watching right now. I mean, you're the one watching it though. So congratulations to my YouTube viewers, by the way, if you made it this far on the replay. But yeah, so I don't know. I think it's weird that people are donating money to an influencer just for asking for it. I think it's shitty that people did the whole, oh, I'm a person looking for help with a surgery. Can we donate money to me? I really hate it when people do things like that. So I'm expressing frustration. I to the extent that I influence the 90 or so of you who follow me, I hope to never do anything like that to you. And that's just unforgivable. It's shilling people to this person who is making up stories about being hurt, because it just hurts everyone. It hurts people who aren't even involved, right? Because it makes everyone distrustful of the unwilling to help other people in the future who actually may need it. So, yeah, sad days on CT. Sad to see it going that way. But I also believe it doesn't really reflect anything about like crypto as a whole. There's been some people saying like, oh, crypto is like, how is this going to look to the outside world? I'll tell you how it's going to look to the outside world. No one's going to know. No one's going to have a clue. No one cares. No one cares about crypto right now. No one's going to know that people donated this $1 million, because no one gives a shit about crypto bros except for President Biden. And with that, thank you for sticking around. I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I will see you all later on the Menjays or something to that effect. I don't know. Is this song playing? No, it's not. It's not playing. Oh, well, I'm going to figure out why this song isn't playing. Because it should be. It should be. There we go. There we go. It's not playing, is it? It's not playing. I'm so pissed. I just got my monitor and it's not playing. Fuck. So, I'm so aggravated by it. So absolutely aggravated by this. Why is it not working? Oh, well. I tried iOS code. I really did. I really did. No, Fisto. I don't have a new monitor. I'm talking about the monitoring my output to you all through my headphones. That's what I'm talking about there. No, I'm actually going to just fix this live. No.
GameFi is on this like weird ass trend that's going down.
It says it's playing.
Like bullshit.
Why it's not playing to you? Monitor.
Like, we're trying to do this like so fucking cool. This idea of like gaming and adding blockchain to it to create a world that is like an intelligent ecosystem. Floor heroes are $1. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Own items, fucking battle in the world. It gets me so fucking excited. Everybody who's in right now is like all all for it, and then the people who are outside of it just aren't educated.
They aren't educated.
Gives a shit. Own items and fucking battle in the world. It gets me so fucking excited. Like, I want the best hero no matter what. I'm burning a sage. I'm burning a dragoon. I'm like doing it. I don't care. It's like laser sound. NFTs make money. NFTs, laser sound, make money. NFTs, laser sound, NFTs make money. NFTs, laser sound, laser sound, make money. NFTs, laser sound, Like, that's not what's going on here. It's all of GameFi. It's not even DFK. Like, people who are nervous about GameFi in general because it's a bear, because it's this weird new industry of like obnoxiousness and annoying YouTubers. Floor heroes are $1. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Own items, fucking battle in the world. It gets me so fucking excited. Everybody who's in right now is like all for it, and then the people who are outside of it just aren't educated. Who gives a shit? Own items and fucking battle in the world. It gets me so fucking excited. Like, I want the best hero no matter what. I'm burning a sage. I'm burning a dragoon. I'm like doing it. I don't care. It's like laser sound. NFTs make money. NFTs, laser sound, make money. NFTs make money. That's the beauty of the game.
Thanks for sticking around.